I've been on the scene for the last 20 years, a little over 20 years, and had a very good sporting career, I would have to say. Lots of ups and downs, ins and outs, but very good over the years. Can't complain. I started with a Mazda 323 in 1988, and then we did a couple events in that. My brother rallied in that once, and then we moved on then to a 2-litre Ford Escort Mark II, and I had quite a few years in that. That was a very good car. It was also pink, and we had lots of fun in that. A lot of sideways action over the years in that there. But it was a good transition going over from the front wheel drive then into 2-litre rear wheel drive, and picking up the ropes from there, learning how cars react and whatnot. And then from there we went to a Lancer 2000 Turbo EX, which is right behind, which was Dad's car back in the 80s, and we started with Mitsubishi from there at the Fort Royal garage, and Sean Lashley came aboard there, which is my crew chief, and I had many a good time in that there. We rallied that for 2 years, 96 and 97, then we from there then went on to the Mitsubishi Evolution 1, which was the first start 4-wheel drive, and we converted that into Evolution 3, and we won the championship of that in 1998. That's where the 4-wheel drive all started. And we also came second in the Group N Rally Championship. So a lot of history there in that car. That was the first 4-wheel drive, and then we went to the Evolution 5. That car is probably, I would say, probably the best one that we had all right through with the 4-wheel drive. That was a fantastic car, and many a story can be told on that. After the Evolution 5 then we went on to 8. We went with the Simpson Motors sponsorship, and we got this Evolution 8. And although it was trying, it was a good car. It had a good base. It did lack power, but it was a good frame. We got it down to weight and whatnot. And we had some good times in that. Jamaica especially, we had some good results in that there as well. And then from there we went on to Escort Cosworth. And I would say that was probably the most I've ever worked on a car. It was a very technical car, and you had to check bolts after every run, and very time-consuming car, but a lot of fun to drive, especially on the gravel. Not my favourite car on the tarmac, but it was a lovely car to drive on gravel. And I probably still would have it if we had gravel here in Barbados. And then basically I took a break, semi-retirement for 3 years, because I think we reached a point with the Escort Cosworth that it started to get very expensive to work on. And, every time you drove it, you just saw dollar bills in front of you, and I didn't want to spoil the sport that I loved for so many years, feeling stressed about it and all that. And I guess we'd reached a point over 20 years there now that I sort of just had a fill of the sport again, and it was at a stage where I just thought I needed to take a break and do other things, So it got to that point where I really didn't want to spoil the sport for myself. So it was a good time to call time out. And we got a call from Rhett Watson a few weeks ago, and Rhett had said that we knew that Logan had a bad accident away and was out of commission, and they had this sponsorship deal with the 2 BMWs that they wanted somebody else to drive the car. And Logan actually thought of me, and they gave me a call, and I said the timing was probably right, because I knew 3 years is a long time to be out of the sport, and if it went to 4 years, you start to fade away from the sport when you're out for so long. And also Rhett and Logan reminded me of me and my brother, back in the early 90s, how we used to rally and whatnot. So it was good timing, and it fit my package very well right now, because I don't have to be working on the car every weekend, You still get the excitement of, you know, the whole hanging with the fellas at the rally and be able to drive again, you know. And that's the most important thing, being able to drive. It doesn't matter what you drive, but once you're having fun and just being involved in the competition. Well, it's always great to be back out and to, you know, to be there with the fans and whatnot. I'm sure they would probably like to see me in something at the top of the chart, but you know, right now, you know, even if it's a donkey cart, I just want to be out there and driving it. And you know, that BM is a lovely car. It's a strong car. It's very reliable, and you know, I'm sure it's going to get me through the rallies. And I noticed that it drives. It handles very well, so it's not like an Escort where you can throw it all around and you know, please the crowd 100%. But I can drive it probably a little bit for time as well as have fun in it, a little sideways and whatnot. So and you know, it's going to get me to the finish. So right now it suits me perfect to drive that, and also it's for a good cause. You know, it's the Little Pink Gift Foundation, which is charity for the breast cancer. So it's not only enjoying the sport, but you're driving for a good cause as well. I'm most looking forward to just being back out there and hanging with the fellas and being behind the wheel and seeing what the BM can do. You know, maybe we can compete a bit in the group. It's not at the cutting edge of the group, but I'm sure we could be there or thereabouts in the group and have some fun for sure. Definitely we'll be getting some sideways action. I'll be throwing all I have at it. You know, we're very much looking forward to be back out on the scene, and you know, it's great to have the support over the years, and it makes you keep coming back out no matter what.